Scuf's very first PlayStation 5 controller. Today we are going to be reviewing Scuf's very first PlayStation 5 controller. It's called the Reflex, guys. This thing took 3 weeks to get to me from order date, and it did cost me $230. I think that's important to know before we get right into the review. But guys, if you're new to my channel and you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers. That really helps me grow and continue to create great videos for you guys. So we're on the Scuf website right now. It's scufgaming.com. We're going to go ahead and go under that shop tab once again, guys. PS5 controller, and it's the Reflex. It's gonna say new to it. First things first that we need to know, not only did it take 3 weeks, it cost $230, but these controllers are not readily available. These controllers are in very limited quantities, and they're doing a little bit release date drops. So if you guys do want to get your hands on one, your best bet is to look at the bottom of my screen right now. You're gonna notice there's a little email tab. Put your email address in there, hit submit, and then they will email you, I think it's like an hour or 30 minutes prior to releasing more inventory on the website. That way you can get in the virtual queue and get ready to get your hands on one. It is a lottery type system, so if you had to buy your PlayStation 5 that way, you already know what the deal is. Get multiple tabs open, multiple devices, one on Wi-Fi, one on LTE. Just cross your fingers and hope for the best. I want to tell you guys a little bit about the Reflex, because not only is this the very first PlayStation 5 controller, there's actually 3 different versions of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Just for context, guys, I do have the Reflex Pro, but I do want to tell you guys about the other 2. So we have the original Reflex. This starts at $199.99, $200 plus tax. It's not even out yet. It is coming in 2022 at some point, depending on inventory issues. This is the first ever PS5 Scuf, featuring newly designed remappable paddles, adaptive triggers, interchangeable thumbsticks, and 3 onboard profiles. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, guys, because the Reflex Pro is which one I have. Actually has all those features, except for this one is $230, as I said before. Has all the great features that the original Reflex has, but the Reflex Pro is gonna have an extra comfort grip. It's a non-slip performance grip. This grip is like a Goodyear tire. This is insane. It feels amazing. I have been complaining the entire time I've been doing these controller review videos, because I was looking and dreaming of a controller that would have this type of grip. So I don't want to, overhype it, but this is exactly personally what I was hoping for, and I'm really happy to finally have a controller in my possession that actually does have that. So pretty exciting for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Reflex FPS though, because I think a lot of people in this general tier of controller shopping, they're either playing probably Warzone, COD, Apex, Fortnite, Halo, one of those games, and this is really going to be the controller geared towards the FPS gamers. Again, this controller is not yet available. It's going to come later in 2022. Look at that. It's a huge travel pad. So this is the adaptive trigger, so this is great for like story modes, racing games, games where you want that trigger pull. But let me show you my Battle Beaver here. This one actually is an FPS model, and this one has the mouse click triggers for FPS gaming. You can hear that mouse click action, and there is virtually no travel path whatsoever. That's what they're referring to when they're talking about that short mouse click. And again, this is going to be $30 more than even the Reflex Pro, and $60 more than original Reflex. So $60, and what you're going to get for that is the performance grip as well as those mouse click triggers. So if you're playing FPS online multiplayer, this is the obvious choice for you. I want to go ahead and give you a little bit of an up close view of the Reflex Pro though, because that is the controller that we have in our hands today. So as you guys can see, there are multiple different colorways. They have a gray, they have a gray and orange, they have a gray and black, they have the Stormtrooper vibe here, they have an all black, very classic designs, nothing absolutely out of the ordinary. There's no customization options like you see a wild looking controller like that one quite yet on these. So when they do release the drops, are just whatever colors available. When I got mine, there was white and black available. The black sold out right away because I think everyone liked that one, and the white was the only one I could get my hands on. I gotta say though, materials, grade A, guys. I mean, grade A. This thing feels extremely nice. 3 major things that I would say I really enjoy about this controller. Number 1, the thumbsticks here, guys. So they have a concave, and they also have kind of a dome. It does come with additional set of thumbsticks, and as you guys can see, what I like to do on my aiming stick here on the right, I actually have a little bit of a taller stick there, and then on my left stick, I just have the regular standard short travel stick there. This helps me, I believe, with aiming and things of that nature. I'm more of an AR player on a game like Warzone or COD. I enjoy having mine that way. I will say changing out the thumbsticks on this is extremely easy. All you have to do is pop off the plate. Everything's magnetic, really great, super simple to do. And then the thumbsticks themselves, they just feel great. They feel really nice. I mean, there's really like heavy grip on the outer ring of the thumbstick. And then the thumbstick itself, again, just like that rubber on the back, it is very grippy. You're not gonna slip off of them, but that is a great touch because I know a lot of you guys will be eating while you're gaming and just getting your controllers all greasy. So you're gonna need that grip, man, I'm telling you. Number two, we already touched on it, the grip. I already said enough. It's amazing. Nothing left to say. A1, definitely get the grip. Number three, we have our paddle system here, guys. Back buttons, they're a massive hot commodity right now in gaming, and they have their own paddles here. What I like about these one, look at the surface area on them. That is a large surface area. As you can see, I wrap my fingers around. I have quite literally almost the entire finger to knuckle on that paddle. It gives you a lot of leeway to move your hands in different grips, different directions, and you're still gonna be hitting that paddle. The paddle feels very structured, very firm, has a great click to it, very good feedback, great response. If it's not necessarily a mouse click, it has a little bit of give, but it's very firm on the bottom. So you're gonna get a really great feedback on it. Then we have our inner paddles here. Now, the cool thing that I found with these ones is not only can you kind of press them in this way, but you can actually kind of pull back on them too. So depending on how you wanna do that, I really like the versatility of those inner paddles. These are all remappable, by the way. So you can see there's a little profile button on there. If you're playing different games and you like to have them mapped for something different, for example, maybe you're playing a shooter game and you want to have jump, duck, slide, reload, switch weapons, right? Well, then what about profile 2 if you want to play like a fighting game? You can actually remap them to maybe like the directional buttons, you know, hit those combinations and things like that. Or you want to play a racing game and you want to have, you know, different types of controls. You can literally remap the back buttons to any other button on this controller. With 3 profiles, it makes it super simple. You don't have to go into the game UI to do it, and I really like that. This is definitely a premium product, and I think compared to all these other really custom controllers, this one's not super customized, but dang, are you getting a lot of value. Let's talk about which controllers for you. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't even mess with the regular Reflex. $200, I think this one is the least amount of value you can get in terms of, you know, just hardware. I mean, yes, you do have the back buttons and it's nice, but you do not have a performance grip. And if you're playing first-person shooters, you're also gonna have that deep travel path. I don't think this one's worth it at all because, you know, there's other options on the market that are a little bit less expensive if you just want a couple back buttons. So it really isn't screaming a lot of value there. The Reflex Pro. This is a good option, especially in terms of performance grip and also just having the back buttons and the performance grip. I think this one makes a little bit more sense if you're playing racing games, story modes on games, fighting games, things like that, and you want the adaptive triggers. This is about as nice of a controller as you can get for that type of situation. And I think if you are a first-person shooter, I think most people watching this video who are playing Warzone, COD, Halo, Apex, Fortnite, those type of games, you're gonna wanna wait, guys. Just get the FPS. I'm telling you, these mouse click triggers, you cannot beat them, man. For $30 more, you're gonna thank yourself later. Just trust me on this one, because I've been actually using both of these when I'm playing COD, and I can tell you right now, it really bothers me, this deep travel path on the Scuf as opposed to this Battle Beaver. So in my personal opinion, I know it's a little bit more time wait, but you guys have already waited over a year for this product, so just wait a few months more, get that FPS, and I think you will be extraordinarily happy. But with all of that said, guys, please, if you want to check out my review on the Battle Beaver, you can do that. I also did multiple Hex custom videos, an aim custom video. I even did a modded controller custom video. So if you want to check out all types of controller videos, hit the subscribe button, check out my channel, and you might want to check out my live streams. I do live stream Halo Infinite every single night at 8 p.m. So come check me out there. Without further ado, guys, until I see you guys on the next week's video, yeah.